Yes, very good morning, my dear friends. Yeah, good morning. Right, come on. So, friends, we have started discussion about the concept of introduction to GST, where we just had some basic understanding about what is GST and what are all the taxes which got subsumed in GST. Are we clear with that point, everyone? All of us. Come on, my dear friends, please tell me what is the full form of GST? GST stands for Goods and Services Tax. Does it apply to Jammu and Kashmir? Yes, because GST law, initially when it has come on 1st of July 2017, it was applicable to whole of India except Jammu and Kashmir. But from 8th of July, it was made applicable to Jammu and Kashmir as well. Now tell me, was the constitution amended in order to bring GST? Now why was there a need to amend the constitution? To give that dual power. So logic is simple, sir. Prior to GST, there were some taxes which were levied by center, some taxes levied by state. But there was never a tax levied by center and state together. And for that purpose, there was a need to amend the constitution. Correct, friends? And further, they brought Constitution 122nd Amendment Bill 2014, which has subsequently become Constitution 101st Amendment Act 2016. But GST laws come in 2017. Which date, my dear friends? 1st July 2017. Did India invent GST? We have just taken from other countries. Which country introduced GST first? France. Which year? Way back in the year 1954. And India introduced on 1st of July 2017. And we did not adopt France model. We adopted a model of Canada model, which is technically called dual GST model, where center and state together will levy and collect tax. Clear? Now, sir, I have an interesting question. Previous session, I clearly told you about something called GST compensation cess, which is levied on some products, and it is being levied in order to compensate the states who have lost money on account of introduction of GST. 2017, when GST law has come, they told that this compensation cess is going to be there for 5 years. That means technically it should end by 2022. Later on, they went on extending. They brought till 31st March 26. Then they extended till 31st March 25. Extended again till June. Went on extending. And we all know that recently in GST Council meeting, they removed the concept of GST compensation cess and brought a new tax rate called 40%. Before, what used to happen is, I'll give a small situation here. Motor car. Generally, sir, for motor car, the rate of GST for motor car was actually 28%. Plus, there is something called 20% compensation cess. So, total is who is that? 33.6%. So what is the total GST, sir? 33 point? Very good. 33.6% is the total GST. The answer students have given, which is one of the most dangerous, ridiculous answer. And the answer is 48%. I know how you calculated. What you have done, I know. You have done 20% on 28% because you're all experts in direct tax, no? Health and education says 4% on tax. I know that. But in GST compensation cess is not a percentage on tax. It's a percentage on value. The GST compensation cess is not a percentage on tax. It's a percentage on value. Getting the point, everybody? Speak out. But with effect from 22nd September 2025, they clearly told that they are going to remove this compensation cess and make the rate of GST as 40% directly for motor cars. So effectively, the rate of GST for cars is coming down. It is coming down. If it is 33.6, then it means rate is increasing, no? Rate is not increasing, sir. Rate is coming down. Sir, understanding? Are we all getting clarity on this point, everyone? Everyone, my dear friends. Good. Next, my dear friends, one more interesting point that we discussed very clearly, that originally the purpose of introducing compensation cess was to compensate those states who have lost money on account of introduction of GST. But this concept is now done and dusted. There is no more a concept of GST compensation cess with effect from 22nd September 2025. Are we getting clarity, everybody? All of us. Just a second. Yeah, so there is no more a concept of GST compensation cess with effect from 22nd September 2025. Are we getting clarity on this point, all of us? Very good, my dear friends. Now, as we discussed that GST full form is what, sir? Now, whenever there is a change in rate of GST, suddenly we'll get to hear that 18% has become 5%, 5 became 12%, 12 became 28, 28 became 40. All these changes in GST rate is what we get to see now, my dear friends. Come on, please speak out. Now, who is doing all these changes? Sorry? Very good. All these changes in GST rate are done by central government on the recommendations of GST Council. I repeat one more time, my dear friends. All these changes are done by central government on the recommendations of GST Council. Are we getting clarity? All these changes are done by whom, sir? Central government on the recommendations of whom? GST Council. Now, big question is all about who is sitting in that GST Council, which we have to understand. Come on, friends. GST Council. There are members from center and also members from state. Center side, my dear friends, we have got always two members. Number one, Union Finance Minister, who will act as chairman of GST Council. Come on, friends, what is number one? Union Finance Minister, who will act as chairman of GST Council. What is the first one, friends? Union Finance Minister. Second one is Minister of State for Finance. First one is what? Union Finance Minister, who will act as chairman of GST Council. Second one is Minister of State for Finance. My dear friends, let me tell you, just because I wrote the word Minister of State doesn't mean that he's a state level person. He's a central person only. But his title is Minister of State for Finance. Something like Deputy Finance Minister. Getting the point, everyone? From these are two members from center side. From state side, we will have every state. Come on. Every state. Finance Minister. Every state representative. They never told in the law every state finance minister. They only told in the law every state representative. So one person from the state will come. It's not necessary that it must be finance minister. They're getting clarity? Come on, friends. Now I'll tell you one interesting line. That is quorum. Friends, what is quorum? Minimum number of members to be present to make the meeting valid. We know that line, no? Quorum is nothing but minimum number of members to be present to make the meeting valid. Quorum is nothing but half of total number of members. That means out of total number of members, at least 50% should come for the meeting. Only then the meeting is valid. Clear, friends? Center, they have got 1 2/3 weighted vote. States all together. Come on, friends. States what, sir? All together, they have got 2/3 weighted votes. Come on, friends. Center has got a weight of how much, sir? 1/3 weighted vote. States, all states put together, they have got how much, my dear friends? 2/3 weighted vote. Center has got 1/3 weighted vote, and all states put together, they have got 2/3 weighted votes. Come on, friends. What is a quorum? Half of total number of members. Come on, center weight is how much? 1/3? Exactly. State weight is how much? 2/3 weighted vote. What is a quorum? Half of total number of members. Center weight is how much? 1/3. State weight. Now I'll tell you something very important. That is, to pass resolution. To pass resolution, there should be 3/4 majority. The center weight is 1/3, state weight is 2/3. 1/3 is nothing but 33.33%. 2/3 is nothing but 66.67%. But to pass resolution, there should be 3/4 majority. 3/4 means what? 75%. I will tell you in literal terms now. States alone or center alone cannot independently take any decision. Imagine for one issue, center is telling yes, states are telling no. Can resolution be passed? States is telling yes, center is telling no. Can resolution be passed? This is the beauty of this word called dual GST model. So beautifully they captured this. And this all concept, what I am telling you now, is all given by GST Council, Article 279A. When I say article, obviously it is not of GST Act, it is of Constitution. Clear, friends? I have a question now. Please tell the answer. For some issue, center said yes. States 24 attended and 18 said yes. Sir, got my language, no? States, how many attended? 24 attended. And how many said yes? 18 said yes. Now my question to you, think properly for a second and tell the answer. Is resolution passed? Just think for a minute and tell. Yes, sir. Is the resolution passed? Speak out. Yes, okay, let me check. Don't write. 1 minute you wait, don't write anything. Sir, center told yes, no? That means what? 1/3 is done. When center told yes, 1/3 is done. States, how many said yes? 18 said yes out of 24. Speak out. 1 minute, don't write. Is equal to 2/3 into 18 by 24. How did I get 2/3? Exactly. So 2/3 divided by 24 is how much, sir? How much is that? 50%. So therefore, total is 83.33%. So resolution is, I hope you understood. Everybody, sir. That's it. That's the end of story for Article 279A. Just take this. Article 279A talks about GST Council. Any change in GST law, I'll make you write that point. After you take this, I'll make you write that point. Done? Write one line below. Any change in GST law, write one line below. Any change in GST law, any change in GST law is done by the central government. Any change in GST law is done by the central government only on the recommendations of, any change in GST law is done by the central government only on the recommendations of GST Council. Any change in GST law is done by the central government only on the recommendations of GST, what my dear friends, Council. I think this line is very clear for all of you. Clear friends? Any change in GST law is done by central government on the recommendations of GST Council. Council has got the authority to take all the decisions. Come on friends, what is the quorum? Half of total number of members. Center weight, 1/3 weighted vote. State weight, 2/3 weighted vote. To pass a resolution, there should be 3/4 majority. So center alone, state alone cannot independently take any decision. Clear all of us? Come on next. Sir, this word GST, which stands for Goods and Services Tax, this GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both. Very, very interesting word. GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both. Except alcoholic liquor for human consumption. And undenatured extra neutral alcohol. Undenatured extra neutral alcohol and rectified spirit used in manufacture of alcohol. 1 minute, don't write, listen please. Come on friends. Manufacture of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Don't write 1 minute, please concentrate. Come on friends, what is the language used here? GST is a tax. GST is a tax on what? Supply. This word is a very, very, very important word. Henceforth, I don't want anybody in this class to use the word purchase or sale. The only word that should come is inward supply, outward supply. Inward supply means purchases, outward supply means sales. And in GST law, nowhere there is a word called purchase or sale. The only word is supply, which has got a very, very broad meaning. And the concept of supply is given by section 7 of CGST Act. And of course, we have the concept of time of supply, value of supply, place of supply. But we can learn time of supply, value of supply, place of supply only after we learn supply. And supply is very important because GST will apply only if it is supply. So if it is supply, only then GST will apply. So GST will apply or not, it will depend upon supply. If it is not a supply, GST will not. If it is supply, then GST will. So it is very important to know what is, because only on that GST will. Exactly. So we'll spend very good time on discussion about the concept of supply, which I will start today only in this class only. Very soon. Okay? GST is a tax on supply. What is supply? We'll talk in detail. It will take 1-2 days time. Not even half lecture. It will take some sweet time. Because so many interesting points are there. So many interesting clarifications are there. Circulars are there. Notifications are there. Which we have to understand. Clear? GST is a tax on supply. Of what? Wait. Of all goods. What is goods? Is this mic a goods? Speak out. Everybody. Watch. Gold ring. Gold chain. Normal chain. Normal ring. Remote. AC, TV. Shiva, Teja. What is goods then? Building. Don't write anything. Listen. To avoid that confusion, law is so smart, they define that word goods. I will give you time to write, don't worry. Goods is defined by section 252. How to read that 252, sir? Section 2? Very good, wrong answer. Generally, 252 means 2 subsection 52. But in definition sections, it is never subsection, it is clause. For example, in income tax gift concept, you will learn something called 56 to 10. There it is section 56, subsection 2, clause 10. But when I write 252, it is 2 clause 52. Somebody asking, the story what you told is nice, but why? Logic we want. I'll give logic. No magic, only logic. So the logic is simple, sir. Subsection, 2 subsections of a section are interrelated to each other. 2 subsections of a section are interrelated to each other. In definitions, they are interrelated. That is why in definitions, we don't tell the word subsection. We use the word clause. Now read 252. How do you read? 2 clause? Oh, very good. Student is telling, sir, this logic is for GST, sir? No, sir. Whether it is GST or income tax or corporate law, company law, FEMA, any law, logic is same. Dear friends, in definition sections, we never tell subsection. We always tell the word clause, because subsections of a section are interrelated to each other. But in clause, there is no interrelation between each other. Friends, sir, okay, in your language only I will tell. In income tax, you would have heard about something called 1010 gratuity, 1010A pension, 1010 AA leave salary, 10.5 leave travel assistance, 10.7 allowance per quits paid by government of India to Indian citizens working outside India, 10.13A HRA, all this you heard, no? 10.14 your children education allowance, 100 per month per child, maximum 2 children, very big exemption, hostel 300, sir, per month, sir. But Swiggy order also will not come. Anyways, all these are not subsections, they are clauses, because they are not related to each other. Just don't know. My intention is not to tell income tax. Intention is to tell the logic. Sir, clear or not? Yes, very good. What is section 252? Goods. 2 clause? Now listen. Don't write. Relax. Relax for some time. Goods covers every kind of movable property other than money and securities. Don't tell the word shares. Shares is a very narrow word. Securities is a very broad term. Other than money and securities. But includes, it is not auctionable. Actionable claims. Growing crops or grass or things attached to or forming part of land which are severed or agreed to be severed before supply or after supply, no, or under contract of supply. Come on friends, let's break this definition. Come on, please see that. Goods. Which section defines goods? 2 class 52. Is it important to know goods definition? Of course sir, GST, goods and services tax. Then what is goods? Goods cover what? Every kind of? Any kind of movable property. Other than? Hold. Other than? Other than money. First one by one. Money. What is money? Cash. Wow. Credit card? Bank balance. Cash balance? Sir, BRS not tallying, sir. Really? Okay, I have a question. Which can be measured in terms of monetary. Sir, you are worth 100 crores, sir. Your money? Actually, your goods. Okay, I have a question, boss. Let me ask. I think I can explain it practically. I'm not having that. Okay. Shiva Teja is having 2000 rupees note with me. I have a 2000 note with me. You're having in pocket, sir? No, you're trying to remove, so I thought. Okay. Shiva Teja is having 2000 rupees note with me. Sir, once upon a time we had 2000 notes. Having? Okay. No, you're trying to remove is what I was thinking. I can show practically, I thought. Okay. You are having 2000, Shiva Teja is having old 2000 rupees note. It was in existence before, you know that, no? Some bigger size note and all. It used to be wonderful. Now tell me, Shiva Teja went to one hotel, ordered one plate idli, one dosa, everything. Bill has come. When bill has come, I picked up from my pocket 2000 rupees note and gave it to him. Is it okay? Is it okay? Now it is not okay. Achha. Is that note a money? No. What is it then? Some friends are not even telling. Huh? For that reason, piece of paper only. Sir, that is piece of paper only. But after 25 years, it will become very, very valuable. Yes or no, sir? That is where they define the word money in the law. Money is defined by section 275, which clearly says money covers every form of currency which is legal tender. So not necessary cash. It could be check or bills of exchange, anything which is legal tender, but does not include currency held for numismatic value. What the word I wrote, sir? Numismatic value. One more time I repeat, sir. I'll write more properly if you want. The word used in the law is numismatic value. Numismatic value means having the habit of old coin collection or old notes collection. Now tell me, Shiva Teja is having a old 2000 rupees note. Is it a currency? Is it a currency? Again I'm asking. Think properly and tell me, okay. Shiva Teja is having a old 2000 rupees note. Is it a currency? Yes. Is it legal tender? No. Is it money? Is it money? Again I'll repeat question from starting. Again I will ask. Shiva Teja, think properly, okay? No confusion. Great combination. Shiva Teja is having a old 2000 rupees note. Okay? Now tell me. Is it a currency? Good. Is it a legal tender? Is it money? Is it goods? See, what is happening here? Come on friends, let me ask again. Again I will ask. From starting I will ask. Think properly, okay? Shiva Teja is having a old 2000 rupees note. Is it a currency? Thank you. Is it legal tender? No. Is it money? No. Speak out. No. Is it goods? Yes. That is the answer. You are getting clarity. So that old 2000 rupees note, which is a piece of paper, tomorrow when I sell, I should pay GST. Because goods cover every kind of property other than money. But money does not cover currency held for numismatic value. So old coins, old notes, which is not legal tender, is no more a money. Once it is not a money, it becomes goods. Understood, sir? Going inside, cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla, operating, no? You are thinking, what is cerebrum? You are thinking, no, there only you are thinking. Here, come on, goods cover what? Come back. Every kind of movable property other than money and what is securities? Securities covers shares, debentures, bonds. Tell your SFM syllabus, you tell. Shares, debentures, bonds, futures, options. What is it? You know that shares, debentures, no? Something else you tell other than shares and debentures. Shares, debentures, bonds. Futures. Options. Wow. What is that future and option? Forward. Array, both are different, sir. Future is different, forward is different. Both are same. Thank you very much. Derivative. Never heard this word derivative? What is derivative? What is this? It's a financial instrument which derives its value from an. Exactly. The commodity market, when we buy gold or silver, physically the gold or silver will not move. Only one paper will move. And that paper will get value from underlying asset. That's why it's called derivative. Here, no. And dealing in derivative is not regarded as speculative business. Anyways, keeping that story aside. Are we clear with this point, everybody? So when you buy shares, sell shares, debentures, bonds, units, futures, options, everything, need not pay GST. Enjoy. Dear friends, come on. Goods cover. All. Where to write the word all? Where is all? All out. Good night. Where is it? Goods cover every kind of movable property other than money and securities. Till that we are clear? But includes. Hold on. What is actionable claim? Betting, gambling, lottery. Wow. So nice of you. What is actionable claim? Example I didn't ask. What is that, madam? The actionable claim is a claim which can be actioned in the court of law, and it's an unsecured debt. The classic meaning of actionable claim, we always say is that, come on friends, what claim we are talking about? Actionable claims generally refer to unsecured debt which can be enforced in court of law. Sir, if it's secured debt, why do you have to go to court of law, sir? Recover that security, over, matter is over. Sir, if it's secured debt, recover the security, matter is over. But the question will come all in case of what debt? Unsecured debt. For example, sir, Shiva Teja purchased a lottery ticket. Lottery ticket. Morning, open newspaper. Searching lottery number. Unexpectedly, I saw my number and I got 25 lakhs lottery. A party, okay. Now, story is not over. 25 lakhs lottery I got. I went to lottery shop telling, where is my 25 lakhs? With one big bag also I went. That fellow told, I will not give 1 rupee also. What you want to peek, you peek. You understood? Like that he told one dialogue. Do you think I'll keep quiet? What will you do? No. They'll put us in jail. What will I do? I'll go to the court of law. Tell me, is it a secure debt? Exactly. It's a claim. It's a claim which can be actioned in the court of law. That's why it is called actionable claim. Actionable claims. Getting clarity, friends? Come on, get back. Goods cover what? Every kind of movable property. Starting, I will not leave from beginning only I'll twist to. Goods cover what? Every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but includes actionable claims. Hold on. Till this point we are clear? Next. Growing crops. Crops are crops. You know growing crops, no? Grass. Growing crops or grass or things which are attached to or forming part of land, which are severed. Severed means? Exactly. Severed means cut. The simple logic, sir. Simple logic. I have a farmland. I have a farmland. In that farmland, I got completely potato garden. All potatoes are there. Potato plants are there. If I cut that potato plant and I sell the potato plant to you, that becomes a goods. If I sell the land along with that potato plants, it is not a goods. Getting clarity? Read that line now. Which are severed or agreed to be severed. When? Before supply or under a contract of supply. Friends, getting clarity? So on the land, if there is potato plants, when the plants are cut only, it becomes movable goods. No. If it is sold along with the land, why is it called movable? It's still immovable only, right? That's it. Repeat again, come on. Goods cover every kind of movable property other than money and securities. Claims, growing crops, grass or things attached to or forming part of the land which are severed or agreed to be severed before supply or under contract of supply. Dear friends, what is Article 279A? Which country introduced GST first? Which country model India adopted? When did GST come to India? 1st July 2000. Lot of taxes have subsumed into GST. Correct, no friends? Everyone? Hi. Sir, clear with all these points? Now tell me goods definition. I'm able to hear only one word, grass, grass, grass. Come on, friends. Every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but includes actionable claims, growing crops or grass or things attached to or forming part of the land which are severed or agreed to be severed before supply or under contract of supply. Complete clarity? GST definition is not over. Only goods is over. Come back. GST is what? Tax on supply of all goods. All goods or services. Now what is services? Services means section 2102 defines what is, and what our friend told is actually correct. Services means anything other than goods, money and securities. But it includes, number one, activity of money changing. One more time I repeat, friends. What's the line I just wrote? Activity of money changing where separate consideration is charged. Activity of money changing where separate consideration is charged. Sir, we might give dollars and take rupees. Correct? No? Exchanging currency. For that they will charge consideration. Second point. Activity of facilitating. Activity of facilitating transaction in securities. Classic example, stockbroker or agent who will help us in buying and selling shares, for which he will charge commission. On the GST will apply. I'm sure we're getting clarity. Come on friends, get back. GST is a tax on what? Supply of all goods or services or both. Whether there are goods or it is service or both, still GST will apply. Except what, friends? Alcoholic liquor for human consumption. If you just stop at the word alcohol liquor, that answer is completely wrong. You should complete with the word called human consumption. Not every alcohol liquor is human consumption. Correct? No? For example, sanitizer. It contains alcohol. Just because it contains alcohol, when the shop is closed, you should not drink sanitizer. Correct? No, friends? No, it happened actually. During COVID, people were not having liquor to drink. Two people from rural areas, they were not aware. Somebody told them sanitizer contains alcohol. Over. Talent over. Sir, understood? No? Please, sir. Sir, in fact, some medicines also contain little bit of alcohol. Especially some cough syrup and cold syrup, they contain some alcohol. That's where when doctors write cough syrup or cough tablet or cold tablet, they generally tell take this in the night time. Because when you take that, you will feel little drowsy. Or you will not feel like this. Little sleepy you will feel, that's all. Students are telling drowsy. Yeah, come on friends. Alcohol liquor for what consumption? Examples you know very well. So many are there. Today asking, sir, wine or whiskey? Anything. Beer also. Vodka also. What is that? Any brand, every brand. Whether gold medal, president medal, every medal. Okay? Done. Let's not talk about types of alcohol liquor. Not there in syllabus. Alcohol liquor for human consumption. And, sir, this is a latest amendment. Latest amendment. Clarity is required on this latest amendment. What is the word used there? Undenatured extra neutral alcohol. Undenatured means what is denature? Nature is gone. Undenatured means nature is not gone. So I repeat once again. Listen very clearly. There is something called pure form of alcohol. Pure form of alcohol. People in local language, they call it as neat and all. Okay? Neat, sir. Neat. Neat means where alcohol is pure. Where the percent of alcohol is very high. Correct, no? When you add something to that, that alcohol will lose its nature. Then it becomes denatured. But what is the word covered here? Undenatured. Undenatured means what? Which is nature, which is pure. Now read the line. Undenatured, extra neutral alcohol. So alcohol only, sir, same. Sir, whether it is wine or liquor or vodka, whatever it is, it contains some percentage of alcohol. Sir, whom am I telling? You all know very well, no? No? No idea? Anyways, I hope this much knowledge is there with you that based on type of alcohol, percentage will vary. Whiskey will have different percentage, vodka will have different percentage, beer will have different percentage is different. But you'll never find a bottle with 100% alcohol. Clear, friends? This is a pure form of alcohol. Undenatured, extra neutral alcohol. And what spirit? Rectified spirit. So spirit means not Atma Paramatma. Okay? Here spirit means that liquor only we are talking about. Rectified spirit, which is used in manufacture of alcohol liquor for human consumption. On that also GST will not apply. Once upon a time definition was only till alcohol liquor. This undenatured concept added recently. Applicable for your examination. Clear? Everybody? Come on, repeat the definition. GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both, except alcoholic liquor for human consumption and undenatured extra neutral alcohol, rectified spirits used in manufacture of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. So alcohol liquor for human consumption is completely kept outside GST. I told logic also why. Lot of states told we will support GST only when alcohol liquor is kept aside. Clear? Everyone? Sure. Pakka. I have a question. Can I ask? Sir, one person is there, Mr. X. His turnover is 6 lakhs per annum. How much turnover, sir? Should he get GST registration? No. Very good. Who should take? Uh, 20, 40, 10 also there? There. Some states like Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, it is 10 lakhs. Some states 20, some states 40. But generally it is 40 only, 20 only. Correct, no? More details I will talk later. Okay? But I have a question. Okay? Can I ask? One person, Mr. X, he is in Telangana state and he is operating one. There is a concept, not just for fun, so please concentrate. Bar and a restaurant. Balaji wines, Shiva wines, Lakshmi wines. All wine shops generally will be with God names only. That's why we tell address no here. Opposite Shiva wines, left side Lakshmi wines, right side Ganesh wines, back side Sony wines. So ex of Telangana state is having one bar and restaurant. Listen here. Turnover of food. Turnover of is 8 lakhs. And this is in 25-26. For this financial year, food turnover is 8 lakhs. Liquor turnover is 16 lakhs. Logic only, no? Total, yeah? Should he get registration done? Come on, friends. Generally, when registration required? Generally, only if turnover is more than. Now tell me, should he take registration? The 24 lakhs, sir. Sir, should he take registration? How many have to say yes? How many have to say no? Balance? Sir, your wish, sir. Whichever you are comfortable, you decide, sir. Either you tell first or we will tell first. Whatever is comfortable for you, sir. How many have to say yes? How many have to say no? The majority are not able to decide only. Or you are lost in that bar and restaurant only? Actually, lost in that bar and restaurant only. Come on here. What do you think? When I asked yes, nobody told. Now you're telling yes, yes, yes. No? Last time I'm asking. How many of you tell yes? Yes, sir. Only one person. How many of you say no? Some friends are raising to this much only. Half yes, half no. And one friend raised like this. I told yes or no. He'll not tell only. Answer is 1 second. Did you tell the answer? No, 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 no. 100% answer is yes, my dear friends. So please understand, alcohol liquor for human consumption is not covered in GST. One more time I repeat, listen. That was just for fun, but listen. Alcohol liquor for human consumption is not covered in GST. But for computing aggregate turnover, to check whether registration is applicable or not, we will include alcohol liquor for human consumption also. Our brain will generally tell what? Alcohol liquor for human consumption, chichi, forget it, balance is only 8 lakhs. But the chichi you should not do like that. For that also, you should consider for aggregate turnover. I am not asking you to pay GST on 16 lakhs. But for checking the turnover criteria, you should also add alcohol liquor for human consumption. Getting clarity? We'll talk more detail when I go to registration separately. Make sense? Done. Last time we'll revise, then we'll proceed. GST, I'll repeat, you just listen. GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both, except alcohol liquor for human consumption, and undenatured extra neutral alcohol and rectified spirit used in manufacture of alcohol liquor for human consumption. An important word there is supply. In GST law, there is no word called purchase or sale. The only word is supply. For purchases, we use the word inward supply. For sales, we use the word outward supply. That's it. Are we all getting clarity? Everyone, sir? Come on, please take it. I'll wait for 2 minutes. Service means everything other than goods, money and securities. But includes what, my dear friends? What is the first point? Activity of money changing where separate consideration is charged. Second, activity of facilitating transaction in securities. Is that done? This point you not right, that we'll see later. Come on friends, are we clear till this stage everybody? So what is GST? GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both, except that alcohol, liquor and undenatured and all, that this point is very clear. So GST is a tax on what, my dear friends? Supply. So it is very, very important to understand this concept of supply, my dear friends. Now, before that, I have a question. Think very properly and give an answer. So first of all, under GST law, I am sure you know very clearly that GST registration is state-wise but not centralized. Do you know this? PAN is only one, but GST should be taken separate state, separate registration mandatory. Friends, now I'll tell one interesting line here. Separate state, separate registration is what, friends? Mandatory. But for multiple place of business, within same state, separate registration is optional. But if you want, can you take? Yes. For multiple place of business within the same state, my dear friends, separate registration is optional. But for separate state, separate registration is mandatory. You should take separate registration for separate state. There is no option at all. Getting the point? Now tell me answer. GSTIN is how many digit, my dear friends? Once we apply for registration, we get something called GST identification number. How many digit code it is? Calculating. Sure. GSTIN is a 15-digit code. First 2 is nothing but different state has different code like 36, 37, 32, 28, 29, 27. Different state has got different codes. Clear? Next 10 is always 12 or over. 12 or over. Next. Nature of business. What is it? Good. 1, 2 friends are giving correct answer. Next one is basically entity number. That means if you are taking first registration, example, you are taking first registration in Maharashtra, that number will be 1. But in Maharashtra only, you are taking second registration. The second one will be 2. So because state code is same, PAN is same, so what will happen then? This 13th one will become 2. So speak out. Other state you go, again we'll start with 1. Why? Because state code will change. Now a doubt will come to student brain. That is, sir, in Maharashtra state only, we took first registration, 1 has come. Second registration we took, 2 has come. Third registration we took, 3 has come. What is the doubt your brain is telling? After 9, what will happen? I know. Same doubt, one person tweeted on Twitter, X. On X, one person tweeted tagging Nirmala Sitharaman, Ministry of Finance. They replied telling that after 9, we will start with alphabets. A, B, C. That person again retweeted telling that after Z, what will happen? I know, like you only. Same like you only. Ministry of Finance replied, first take 35 registrations in one state, then we will reply. Sir, 9 are numbers, 26 are alphabets. First take 35, then we will talk, no? See? Don't tell why it is not possible, sir. They might have, no. Sir, different states they might have. But in one state, 35 registrations we are talking, no. Different states you go, again one only will come, no, sir. Sir, companies like Reliance, Tata, Indigo Airlines, airline companies and all, they might have registration in every state. But every state they'll start with one only, no. You have to get the logic here. How many done? 13. Next. Next one is Z. This is always fixed. Any GST number you want to check, you check. 14th will always be Z. No doubt about it. You check. If it is not Z, means that number is wrong. Guaranteed. Clear? Next. How many done? Next one is a number or alphabet. And this is randomly assigned. That's it. That is a sequence of GST identification number, which is a 15-digit code, wherein first 2 talks about state code, next 10 is PAN, next is entity number, next is Z, that is fixed, next is number or alphabet, which is randomly assigned. That's it. Getting clarity, everybody? Take this point, come on. State-wise registration, but not centralized. Separate state, separate registration is mandatory. Come on, friends. Separate state, separate registration is what, sir? Mandatory. But for multiple place of business within the same state, separate registration is what? Optional. But if you want to take, can you take? Yes. That option is there with you always. And GST number is a 15-digit code. First 2 is what? Next 10 is? Next one is? After the next one is always Z, which is fixed, my dear friends. No change at all. Any GST number you see, 14th one will always be Z. And the last one is randomly assigned, which could be a number or it could be an alphabet. Is that done? Come on, next listen. Now comes the question. Please think proper and tell the answer. Shiva Teja, registered person in Telangana state. Now what has happened is, I went to Goa for official work. Okay? Official work. In Goa, let us say, I stayed in Taj Hotel, which is a registered person in Goa. Clear, my dear friends? And the bill has come to, let's say for example, 1 lakh, Auri. Bill has come to 10,000 rupees. Just an example. Okay? Tell me, friends. Shivate registered where? Hotel registered where? Very good. Now my question is, whenever I use this word supply, my dear friends, there are two types of supply known as inward outward, correct only, but now I'm telling something different. Intrastate supply, very good. Intrastate supply, we will charge CGST and SGST, or CGST and UTGST for union territories. Intrastate will charge, the rate is 18%, we will charge 9 and 9, or is it 12 and 6? 13, 5, equal, no? Here, next. IGST money who will take? IGST amount always, my dear friends, please keep in mind, it is taken by central government and then it is shared with states. Which state do you think they will give? Very good, correct answer. It is always shared with that state where there is a consumption, because GST is a destination based consumption tax. Getting clarity? Come on, come back to my question. Shiva Teja went where, sir? To Goa. For time pass? Official work. Okay? And I stayed in Taj Hotel. Hotel gave a bill of 10,000 rupees. Now, option 1. GST, SGST. Option 2. IGST. Shiva Teja is in Telangana. Hotel is in Goa. I went to Goa for official work and the bill has come to 10,000. Who is supplier? Who is supplier is Goa. Dangerous answer. Who is recipient? Very good. Tell me, friends. Will CGST, SGST come or will IGST come? I'm not telling, sir, CGST and IGST. Sir. IGST? Sure? Okay, let me see. How many have to say the answer is CGST and SGST? Oh, 2, 3 hands. How many have to say answer is IGST? I'm counting these people also. Very good, majority. Good. Sir, you would have seen something called Kaun Banega Crorepati. In that, there is something called lifeline. 3 options will be there. 50-50, phone a friend, audience poll. Majority of the times what happens is, audience poll they will choose. And majority of the times, audience answer will be correct only. Clear, no? Friends, speak out. Here also, majority answer is IGST. But for a change, that answer is wrong. Answer is CGST and SGST. I know what logic you applied. They are in Goa, he is in Telangana. There, please sir, please sir. Come on. When do we call a supply as intrastate supply? A supply is regarded as intrastate supply if location of supplier and place of supply are in same state, then we call it as intrastate supply. But if location of supplier and place of supply are in different state, then we call it as interstate supply. If it is intrastate supply, we will charge CGST and SGST. Interstate supply will charge IGST. Are we all getting clarity, everybody? Friends, please speak out. Everybody, sir. Law never told location of supplier, location of recipient. If it is location of supplier, location of recipient, then the answer would have been different. But law only told location of supplier and place of supply. LOS, POS. If LOS, POS same state, intrastate. LOS, POS different state. Exactly. So we need to look at the parameter called place of supply. For that we have got an important chapter called place of supply, where we learn section 10, 11, 12, 13 of IGST Act. Are we getting clarity? Take this, come on. In this case, my dear friends, place of supply is actually in Goa because of a section called 12.3 of IGST Act, which I'll teach you in detail when I go to the chapter called place of supply. Done? Can I scroll? What are the two types of supply, my dear friends? Intrastate supply, interstate supply. When do we call a supply as intrastate supply? Location of supplier and place of supply. Both are in same state. Then we call it as intrastate supply. But if location of supplier and place of supply are in different state, then we call it as intrastate supply. Intrastate will charge CGST and SGST. Interstate will charge IGST. And that A269A means Article 269A. Article 269A spoke about that IGST, which will be taken by center and then shared with states. What is Article 279A? What is 252? Definition of goods. 2102? Services. Done? Can I proceed? Yes, please reply. Come on, friends. Now listen to something. Don't write, just listen 2 minutes. Sir, this concept of supply is dealt by section 7. And in this section 7, my dear friends, there is section 7.1, 7.1a, 7.2 and 7.3. Yeah, and 7.1 is further divided into 7.1a, 7.1aa, 7.1b, 7.1c. 7.1a is a different story altogether. 7.2, again we have 7.2a, 7.2b. These all we are going to talk in detail in the concept of supply, which is dealt by section 7. Now listen here 1 second, my dear friends. This 7.1c concept is dealt by schedule 1 of CGST Act, which talks about transactions regarded as supply even though there is no consideration. Consideration is not there, still it is regarded as supply. 7.1a concept is dealt by schedule 2, which talks about what are regarded as goods, what are regarded as services. 7.2a, this concept is dealt by schedule 3, which talks about transactions which are neither regarded as supply of goods nor regarded as supply of services. It is neither goods nor services. That means GST will not apply. So all these points we'll talk in detail. Clear? Put the heading in your book, fresh page you write, or if there's a place, write there only your wish. Put the heading supply and take this table first. Is that done? That's all for this session. Balance will take for the next session, my dear friends. And next class we'll talk in detail about the concept of supply, starting from section 7.1a. And how do we read that? Section 7, subsection 1, clause A, which we'll talk in detail. Dear friends, thank you very much. Take care. Shiva Teja signing off. Bye-bye. Thank you.